Alright, what's up, guys? So, I've been playing Guilty Gear XX, whatever it's called, you know, and a lot of new people are coming in because of the rollback, so I want to make a quick video, give some tips on new players. So let's go. I rambled too much in the last one. Let's just get right into it. First tip, this one is kind of cheating. Don't get angry at me. It's not clickbait, but the first tip I want to give you is don't play this game. Go play Xrd or Rev or whatever. The game is always on sale for like $3 or something cheap. But I'm not telling you to, you know, invest a lot of time, get good at the game, but I'm specifically talking about the training mode. So the tutorial mode, the training mode is really, really, really good in that game. And if you're coming from, you know, Street Fighter, if you've never played an anime game before, I think there's a great job of breaking you into this series. So, you know, this game is an old game. It doesn't really have it's very bare bones, or it doesn't have a lot to really teach you how to play. And also, a lot of the data we have and the videos we have are really old, and maybe they don't do such a great job of explaining. So, if possible, before you really put in time into this one, just try doing the tutorial, you know, screw around in Rev, have some fun with it, and then it will carry over. A lot of stuff will carry over to this, and it'll carry over to Strive. Don't listen to Obama. It will. Playing these earlier games will definitely help you out in Strive. All right, anyway, enough. Let's get on to the real tips now. So number 2, a lot of these are, like I said, I'm assuming that you're coming from Xrd. So I'm not going to give you the most basic stuff. I'm going to give you stuff that will help you out in this if you're coming from different Guilty Gear. So the first one is this. This is a problem I had, and a problem I noticed a lot of players I was fighting. I could easily tell. I was like, oh, that's definitely a Xrd player, is don't use your FD so much. So FD is a very strong tool, of course. You have to use it at high-level play. But in Xrd and in BlazBlue, even though it's a different game, you can be a lot more liberal with the use, right? So I always, if I'm playing Xrd, this is how I play. All the time, right? I'm always kind of tapping my FD a lot. Maybe not this much, but you kind of get the point. In this game, however, there's a couple factors. So like the cost of FD is more. There's the meter cooldown penalty. The meter gain in general is lower. That if you kind of use your FD too much, if you use it in neutral, you're not going to have enough meter at the end to do damage and close out the rounds. Meter penalty, real quick, let me explain that too. Meter penalty is something where if you use a move that costs meter, for a short time after that, you can't gain any meter, or it's like really, really low. So each time you do this, each time you just tap that FD, your meter gain is kind of sealed for a little bit of time, right? So don't use it. Be careful. Be careful. It's a lot different in this game. All right, excellent. Number 3. Yes, it's number 3. It counts. This has to do with meter as well, but this really cool feature that is not in Xrd, the Force Break. So the Force Break is like a universal EX move, costs 25 meter. Some characters have more than one, right? I think some characters have more than one. I'm not sure, but most of these I think the majority of these moves are very, very good, right? They're very, very powerful. They do a good job of adding tools that the character doesn't normally have, like covering their weaknesses and stuff like that. And a lot of them, especially my character right here, you can just do it. Not all of them, but some of these Force Breaks is like, you're kind of just scratching your head. You're like, damn, what do I do right now? Just, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just throw that out. And a lot of times if they hit, it can turn the round around, right? So there's moves like that. You put out neutral. There's other ones like Milia. I think I talked about it. EX Disc, where, you know, Palper, Oki. But even in neutral, you can throw hers out a little bit. But yeah, Force Breaks. Use your Force Breaks. Be very, very liberal in their use. You know, if the round's getting towards the end, you don't know what to do. Your brain hurts. I'm thinking too much. Force Break. It'll work. Trust me. Okay. Number 4. So this is a complaint I have about the game, but this is something that the old players really love. Is that this game is there's a lot of artificial difficulties, what I want to call it. So every character has different weight class, hurt boxes. You know, like nothing works the same across the board. It's very, very difficult. So the idea of like a universal B&B, like if I land this hit, I do this combo, doesn't exist in this game. What that opens up though is there's a lot of really, really cool, really, really advanced combos, which I see people on Twitter like retweeting, getting hype over. That's great. You can enjoy that, but if you want to play this game, you need to figure out the closest thing you can to a universal B&B for your character. Preferably one that ends in a knockdown. So just an example here. This is something at level 3 charge. Let's see if I can do this. Ready? Easy, right? So that's it. Didn't do that much damage, but I got my knockdown. And the most important part is that that's fairly consistent. It doesn't work all the time. It doesn't work on all the characters. There's a lot of just mystery factors. But usually if I land that starter, I can go for that combo, and most of the time it's going to work. So that's what's important, right? Don't practice advanced stuff. Don't practice your 100-meter combos. Don't practice your really hard stuff unless you like it. If you want to do that, it's fine. But if you're trying to play, if you're trying to be competitive, know your consistent, simple, reliable combo. It's very, very important in this game. You're going to be shocked. If you come from a different game, you're going to be shocked at how just like nonsensical a lot of stuff in this game is. Like, why didn't that work? Why did that whiff? I have no idea. But anyway, do that. And the last one. So this, I can't really show it. Actually, let's try. So I don't have any numbers. I don't have any data or specifics on this. I don't know why. It might just be my feeling, but I feel like air throws in this game are godlike. So air throws are already godlike in Exert, but there's something about this game. I think maybe the range is bigger. I think it might be, even though I whiff right there, I think the range is a bit... Whiff 3 times. Let's try. There we go. See, but I was like below him and I still scooped him. I feel like the range might be bigger. Someone in the chat also mentioned that there's no throw invul on teching in this game. So I find myself air throwing like 10 times as much in Exert. I barely air throw in Exert, but every round in this game, I'm always just grabbing people out of the skies. Depending on your character, you can get corner combos, mid-screen combos, right? You can get like Oki and stuff like that. So even though it might not seem like too impressive with just an air grab, it can lead to so much more. And it's not that hard to do, right? Once you kind of get the concept of like, oh, I can air throw. I'm really, I have this really powerful move that's one frame, lightning fast. I just have to go for it. Like, once you get used to that, you're just going to be like, wow, I'm a god. Why am I air throwing so much? I'm a Guilty Gear pro. But definitely, if you're not doing it already, definitely just at the start, just try and go for air throws. Like, constantly think about it. Be like, I want to try and air grab this round. And before you know it, you're not even thinking anymore. You see someone in the sky, just run up naturally, scoop them, and then maybe you can learn to take their burst too and stuff like that. All right, anyway, that's it. We had to reshoot this video because I was rambling in the last one. I don't want to ramble. Just keep it simple right there. So, of course, this is a very, very difficult game. There's so much to talk about. There's so much depth to explore. I just want to have some just general stuff for us Zoomers. I know there's a lot of young guys, 20-year-olds just like me, coming from Exert. So here's some basic stuff for you. If you have any tips of your own or any discoveries you found, post up in the comments, because I need them too, because I'm still playing. I still suck. I need more practice. But anyway, like always, if you're still watching, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.